And now, let me introduce Professor Lê Anh Vinh, Director General of the Vietnam National Institute of Educational Sciences, to deliver his opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to warmly welcome you all to the International Conference on the Learning Transversal Competencies in ASEAN countries and their neighbors, co-hosted by VNIS, the Vietnam National Institute of Educational Science, and NISEMS, the networking to integrate the SDG targets 4.7 and social-emotional learning skill into educational materials. This conference is a very important event for VNIS when we celebrate the 60th anniversary this year, the 6th of December 1961, the 6th of December 2021. And it's also the final and the most important conference in a series of the 15 conference that we organize this year, ranging from a national conference to evaluate Vietnam education in the period 2011-2020. The specific conference on preschool for general education, for high school, higher education as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a world in which the technologies is in the forefront of change, and the technological innovation are the driving force. It is not easy to predict for the futures, but we are certain that the technologies will continue to play the key role in shaping the world that we live, we play, and we learn. So we need to prepare for our kids for the futures. As the saying goes, time and time wait for the no man. We must continue to innovate and build our skill so we can keep up with the latest development and benefit from the technological advance. How we can have the young, the youth to become ready for the futures is not an easy question to answer. We will need to develop the attitudes and the skill beyond the knowledge. We will need to focus on the competitive advance and our human strengths. It will be the ability to build the relationship with one another, to collaborate and work in teams, to be able to think creatively, to keep on learning, to challenge one another, to develop a better solution together. The transversal skills may sound like the most natural things that everyone should have and should be able to do, but they need to be practiced continuously. Education policymaker in the ASEAN regions has already promoted for integrations, inclusion of the 21st century skill, including the social and emotional learning in practice. However, translating the policy into practice is not an easy task for anyone, given the content of the schooling usually surrounding the academic subjects. The exam is to heavily emphasize in the school structures. Not only the teacher preparation and ongoing support is important, but the communities and the parents need to engage to ensure that the curriculum reforms for the transversal competencies really benefit their children. One of the key change in the classroom is to work with the teachers and work with the curriculums and the textbook developers to embed the new policies goes into the learning research at all levels of the schooling. Exchange of the experience among ASEAN countries in this aspect of the textbook reform and the assessment strategies related to the 21st century skill can help the country to prepare for the challenge and the opportunities of the coming decades. And we have to say the assessment of the non-academic competencies requires a new approach. And I hope that it also be one of the topics that we will discuss in this conference today. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to integrate the transversal competencies in the school practice and to build up a future-ready communities, to initiate exchange experience about the 21st century travel skill among the ASEAN countries, the Vietnam National Institute of Educational Science, and the networking to integrate SDG targets 4.7 and social emotional learning skill into educational material to host this international conference. The conference today has twofold purpose. First, this conference will serve as a platform for the international and regional experts to discuss, to share the experience on the integration of transversal skills in education to address the skill gap in ASEAN regions and their neighbors. Second, the conference discussion will open up the idea for future cooperation in order to propose the strategies and the approach in upskilling the transversal competency in ASEAN region and their neighbors. The initial plan, we would like to organize this as an offline event to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Venice. Unfortunately, the COVID situation is not going to be better very soon. So we have to switch to the fully online mode of the conference. This conference co-host between Venice and Nice, we plan to organize annually. So we hope to welcome you all for the next conference in 2020. And we hope that at this time, the COVID situation will be much better. So taking this opportunity, I would like to express my thanks to all the experts, the presenter, educator, and the teachers for supporting Venice and Nice in our efforts to organize this meaningful conference. With that, I would like to declare the opening of the conference, Learning Transversal Competencies in ASEAN countries and their neighbors. I wish all of you success and happiness, and hopefully the conference will be the forum for the fruitful discussion to promote the learning transversal in the school practice in the ASEAN regions and the neighbors. Thank you very much.